of the August 19th, 2022 special meeting. As you can see, it was very brief because what we discussed was the law class. Can I have a motion to accept those minutes from the 19th of August meeting?
Make a motion.
Okay,
A second.
Okay, a second by Shauna, a motion by John. Ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Very good. We pass. We move forward there. Well, as you can see, we have a new set of characters here for all of us here on the commission. And Shannon, welcome. Are you permanent with us, or are you just filling in today?
I'm permanent.
Okay, so Shannon is replacing Veranda. Shannon, do you want to give a quick little background of, have you just started here with the state, or you've been in another department, or what have you?
I'm new to DCP. I come from enforcement over at the DMV, where I was doing compliance and things of that nature. Public sector, more of an administrative, managerial side of things. So I'm excited to see how this comes about and find my niche, and hopefully be a good source for all of you.
Very good. Well, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
And Brenda has, as we got a note, I guess, last week, that she has moved on to another division within the state. And we want to thank her for her service to us on the commission these past few months. And with heavy heart, but joyful heart, to say that, Linda, this is your last meeting with us, my understanding.
Yeah, it is my last meeting.
And we want to say a heartfelt thank you for, instead of waiting to the end of the meeting, I want to say it in the front of the meeting, for your years of dedicated service to the members of the commission, the appraisal community, the citizens of the state of Connecticut. So we thank you very much. You have acquitted yourself quite well, and we've been better off because of your services. So we wish you nothing but the very, very best, and do hope that you will visit us from time to time, because we'll probably be asking you questions from time to time. So don't lose our numbers, or, who are you? But we want to say thank you so very, very much for your
Thank
service.
you.
While I'm in the thank you mode here, thank you to Linda and Vicky, and for both of your outstanding work in putting the law module and trying to keep us in the fairway in our various meetings over the summer. So we thank you for the time you put forth here, and getting that done during the heat of July and August. So thank you. And now with the thank yous, with Linda leaving us, we have to say hello again, a new person, Debbie. You are now part of our team, and I don't want to mispronounce your last name, so I'm going to hand over to you and give us a little background. And are you officially on, or is your start date coming up? I'm not quite sure. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. My name's Debbie Yanissi, and as friends, I came from, my last assignment was at the bank, and they could never pronounce my name. So one girl came up with, oh, it sounds like Hennessy. So that's a good way to remember it, Debbie Yanissi. I just started last Friday, as a matter of fact. It's my first time. I'm a new DCP employee, new to this department and new overall. I'm a certified residential real estate appraiser for the past 16 years. Most of that time was as a fee appraiser. The past 6 years, I was working at People's United Bank in the appraisal department as a senior reviewer of appraisals. And then, as you probably heard, M&T acquired People's and eliminated our department. So that's how I found my way here. So I'm very much looking forward to continuing my appraisal work as an investigator with the DCP.
Well, welcome aboard, and with open arms, and you're going to jump in with us at the deep end of the pool. So the water is a little chilly at times, but it's cold, but it's sweet, and we all work together to get through. So
Perfect.
welcome.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
We're going a little bit of order because I know I'm a little pressed for your time. I'm at our largest convention of the year, and I have to speak in a little bit here. So we're going to move, a little bit here. Let me take a look so we make sure the classes are taken care of, folks. A little out of order. I went through it here as put in our agenda. I do not see any issues. Does anybody have any concerns, or maybe you picked up on something I missed from members of the commission? Hearing none, or if there are none, can I have a motion to accept?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, Norris is the motion to accept as presented. Can I have a second?
Second.
John, second. Comments, concerns, or thoughts? Hearing none. Ayes,
Aye.
Aye.
nays, abstentions. So we've taken care of the course approvals and so forth in that. That is, thank you. Okay. Under the DCP Investigations Division, we have a license hold status. Anyone want to tell me what that is?
I have no idea.
Okay, from a Shanila Copeland.
I have no idea either.
Okay.
I do. This is Pamela Brown. That was put on your agenda in error. It should actually go under the real estate agenda. So.
Okay. Fair enough. That's going to happen. That's all right. At least, we know what we have here. Okay, that's all right. Okay, DCP, and thank you, Pamela, for letting us, keeping us in the fairway here. The
Sure.
DCP Legal Division, what do we have? Nothing to update here, old or new?
Oh, I
All
can
good?
provide you with an update. The department has, undertaken the compliance meeting review, and we have compliance meetings scheduled for September 23rd and September 26th. We had an additional review of about 60 cases. Of that, about 35 were sent compliance meeting letters. The response date is September 15th, and the 15th is tomorrow. So Linda and I will confer after the 15th, probably on Friday, and we'll know where we are in terms of how many people will actually be coming in, or virtually coming in, if you will, to meet relative to the compliance meeting.
Okay,
Yeah, and
So
then those people will appear before you at the October meeting if need be.
all right. So you have 35 out there, so to
I would
speak.
say about 35, yeah, around 35, yeah.
Okay, and they're going to meet with you one way or another on the 23rd and or 26th.
That is correct, yeah.
Okay. Any questions from members of the commission on this topic? Okay. Any questions from the general public? Hearing none. Okay, we will move on. So then under the old business discussion of the 2022 continuing education audit, is there, I think you just kind of hit that, Vicki, but
Right.
maybe I missed the boat here if there's anything.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, very good. Now, excuse me, discussion of the 2022-2024 Connecticut Law Course Review. That was sent out. Thank you for everyone's participation and work into it here. Are there any other thoughts or concerns with that?
Okay, it's not 100% complete, as you can see. There's still some places that say we need to edit or change some stuff, but that's based on your changes over the last couple of months. That's what we've put together so far. So if you guys want to review it, and then, you guys will be able to meet again if need be, or we can just wrap it up hopefully before I leave, and you guys can take a look, and so we can move it forward. So if
Okay,
you guys can review it and let us know anything else that needs to be changed or added to it.
I saw that come across while I was on the plane and so, or train, whatever one it was, and I have not gone through it. I don't know if others have, other members of the commission.
My thought is, I'm only gonna try to impose some deadlines only because I have to be respectful of Linda's time. You know,
Yep.
she to train and catch up on some things, and you know, our compliance meeting is the 26th. So I'm gonna ask if everybody could maybe get everything back to us or their comments at least by when, Linda, when do you think would be?
I mean,
good
if they can do it by the 26th, that would be next week, the 26th, that would be great.
All right,
You
and
want it
then-
on the 23rd? Would that be more helpful? That gives everyone 10 days or thereabouts.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that'll
that
be
would
helpful.
That would be helpful, and then we can put the final, you know,
Yeah.
touches
The
on it.
final draft together for your approval.
Okay. Would that work for you, John, Shauna, and Norris?
That's really tight for me because I got a trial and another 3-day event in at the end of that that week.
Okay.
Well, you want to say the 26th then? Is that, you have to spend your weekend doing this?
That's how what's the life of an appraiser. The 26th would be easier, yes, for me.
Okay, so let's say the
Okay.
26th, that's fair.
Fair
But I
enough.
mean, if anyone can get your thoughts to us sooner, that's great. Whoever can is, great, but long as we have everything by the
Right.
26th, we will go from there.
Oh, because whatever we get, we can start to work on, so.
Right.
We're talking about the law module, correct?
Yes.
That's correct, yeah,
Yeah.
and thank you, John.
Just my first comment is the last line on that module still says happy appraising. Were we gonna leave that in?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I'm outvoted on that.
Okay, you were outvoted on that. It will. go
That's
on the-
fine, that's fine. I just want to
and,
go on record.
I'm not sure if you had looked at yours, John. I want to say your stuff is like slides 45, 46, and then later on 120 something. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Okay.
And I just want to say while I'm here, because I'm going to go out, you know me, but I just want to say welcome and to both people, the new person, Lashana and Deborah. I don't want to mess up anybody's last name, so I say welcome. I'm in the legal division. I will be working, Deborah, with you, I'm sure. And Shana, I will be in contact with you as well. And I do know some people from DMV, and I'll tell you when I see you.
Okay,
All right, thank you so much, everyone.
thank you.
Great. Number 3 on here, review of Lisa Gadas, RCR applicant, sample review. So Linda, we need to pick sample, is that correct?
No, you have her samples.
Okay, excuse me. Okay, is Lisa with us? Is Lisa, and I'm going to mispronounce it, Gadas, Gaidosc. Is she with us this morning?
Yes.
Okay, could you unmute her, please, as well as her sponsor?
I don't see those.
Yeah, I don't have those either.
You said there's samples?
Yeah, there is samples. I did forward them to you. Let me, hold on, let me double check.
Yeah, I just did a search for my emails and I got nothing from her on those samples. I have Sabrina's log and I have Byron's samples.
Okay.
Just to check, can you hear us?
Lisa, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear us?
Yeah, yes, very good.
Wonderful, thank you.
Lisa, while people are, can I get, to start, please, your first and last name, spell it, please, and your place of employment for the record.
Sure. My name is Lisa Gatos, and I work at Castle Appraisal Services.
And their business address, please?
342 West River Road in Orange.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
And is your sponsor with you as we speak?
Yes, I am.
Could you, for the record, give your name and spelling of your last name as well as your business address?
It's Russell Gatos, Gaidosz, and it's the same, 342 West River Road in Orange.
Thank you very much. Please bear with us. Are those samples, do folks have those in front of them? And Ms. Gatos, our apologies here for this little bump in the road here.
Lisa, did you send them to me? I thought I had forwarded, maybe I had forwarded someone else's, but I thought I had, but I cannot find them.
I believe it was around August 17th, 18th, somewhere in there. And I did get a confirmation from you that you received them.
Again, on behalf of the commission, I apologize to both of you
No, no,
for
no.
what we're going through here.
It's okay.
Okay, yeah, I have them, and, all right, I'm gonna forward all of them to you again right now. I mean, I had forwarded them, it looks like, but for some reason, maybe they got hung up. I did find them, yeah, it was the 16th. All right, I just resent them all.
What we're going to do here, Ms. Gatos and Mr. Gatos, and so I'm going to table this for later in this meeting, okay? Because we want to go through this. I don't want to rush. I don't want anyone being shortchanged and so forth, if you can understand. While it's working through the system, we're going to go through the agenda, and then we're coming back to you. So with some luck, in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, it'll be all yours, okay?
Very good.
That sounds good. Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll wait for that to come through the system. Review of Sabrina Yum-Chan's RCR applicant, see log review and sample selection.
So that's her, she submitted her log. I had to redo it. It was not sent correctly the first time. This one looks much better, so you can look at it, and the residential of
looks fine.
somebody. What?
The log looks fine.
Okay, and then we just need somebody to pick some samples for that one.
I could do that. Who am I sending these to?
You can send them to me.
Okay, Shauna, you'll take care of that, or do you want to do that right now, Shauna, or let us know?
Do it. I'll do it while, I'll send it by the end of the meeting.
Okay,
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to accept
Okay,
her
that's what
log.
I need. Thank you, Shauna. A motion by Shauna to accept the log. Do I get a second?
Second,
John is a second. Comments, concerns, questions?
and
Hearing none. Ayes?
aye.
Okay, nays?
Aye.
Okay, so that is accepted, the log, and then we will talk about what selections in a few moments down the road here.
And
Okay.
Shauna, can I just interrupt one moment? Shauna, I sent Lisa samples to your personal email because it bounced back from the town.
Yeah, I have that open. I still don't
Okay.
have them.
Okay. All right, review of Byron Francis, RCR applicant, sample review, continue from the April meeting. Do we have those from the April meeting? Well, let me start. Is Mr. Francis with us this morning?
Morning, Commissioner. Can you hear me?
I can. Thank you very much. For the record, could you give us your names, spelling out your last name and your place of business in Connecticut?
My name is Byron Francis. Last name Francis. I work at Diorio Appraisal Services in Waterbury.
Okay,
Jerry, may I jump in here for a second?
please do.
There might be a little confusion here because Byron submitted, he was here in April, and then we agreed that he would work with Linda. Linda worked with him. And then Linda obviously went on a boat cruise and left us and forwarded the sample, these two things to me. I think she CC'd you, had asked us to review it. I wasn't sure if that was the appropriate way to do it. So I forwarded on, and Vicky got back to me, and Vicky, you can correct me if I got something wrong. Vicky got back to me and we agreed that I would reach out to Shauna since they were residential. I had thought they were commercial. And I reached out because Linda Sepso's email said that Byron works for a commercial appraiser. He does, it's a commercial residential firm. They do both work. And so I reached, Vicky got back to me and asked me to reach out to Shauna. I did. Shauna, I thought, had received the email. She didn't get the email of the samples. I forwarded them late last night to her, so I'm not sure if she had time to do it. But Vicky and I had said that we would have Byron come in at the next meeting. His time slot that we allotted him runs out in November. So he also has next month. But I'm not sure if Shauna actually had a time to review them. Linda Sepso indicated in her email that she didn't seem like she had an issue with Byron's work. But that's it. And then I had called Byron, told him I would call and give him an update last night, which I did, and asked him to come on the meeting because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So
Okay. Let me ask a question. Thank you, John. If we put Mr. Francis over to the October meeting, because then have all the people involved and done the, correctly and the proper protocols, is he still able to work? He has been given through till November. Am I correct on that?
Linda, can you confirm that?
I don't have that screen available. Byron, you had an extension through October 30th, 31st. Is that what it was?
November 1st.
November 1st. Okay. So what you would need to do is, even if you approved him, I would suggest that you extend it through April so he has time to take the exam and pass it.
Oh,
So he can continue to work while he, takes the exam. And I'm not sure how behind PSI is in scheduling things. So, if you approve him at the October meeting, I would say having him be able to sit for the exam and upgrade by November 1st would be difficult. So, I mean, if that's all he needs to do is sit for the exam and pass it, that would be my recommendation, is that you extend his license through the remaining 6 months that he has.
Shauna, have you been able to review his work?
I just got it this morning.
Okay. So then, Jerry, is it okay if I make a motion to postpone Byron Francis until the October meeting for a review of his work, and then also give him a 6-month extension to allow him time?
On that, let's make two motions on that.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So the first motion is to well, we don't have to make a motion if we're just going to review it in October, do we?
Vicky? I don't think so, John, but I know it's just trouble.
You're gonna table it.
Yeah,
We're
we'll
gonna table.
table this. All right, we'll table. And we'd like him to be under old business for October meeting.
Now I make a
think
motion that we extend
I was going
him.
to say, I think that's the safest way to do it. That way the record is clear.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
And then
you.
I make a motion that we extend, give Byron Francis a 6-month extension till, that brings them what, to April
April
30th?
30th.
April 30th of 2023 on his, in order to give him time to take the test.
I have a
Second it.
motion on the floor. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Norris is a second. Comments, questions?
Oh, I guess my only question is why so long? 6 months.
Because Linda just mentioned that they're backed up.
I mean, I'm just, if he, and now I don't want to scare him or anything, but the pass fail rate, the first time people take the exam isn't the greatest nationwide. Most people are taking it at least twice nationwide. So, and just in case, come next month, you have an issue with his samples, but you guys, make your decision of how long you want to give him the extension.
Since we're in the discussion period, there is an appraiser, Bill O'Brien, who asked us for some statistics that Vicky and I forwarded him. And it seems to be like a 60-40%. He's been tracking this across the country.
Right. That's why I suggested he may need, as many people do. I don't want to scare Byron or Lisa. I don't want to scare either one of you, but
I can tell you that the assessors is a 45% pass ratio.
Yeah, so
Similar.
60-40%.
right. So
Yeah, 60-40% is counting the people who took it twice as passing. So they're kind of, if they pass it and then take it twice, they're, yeah.
So that was why I suggested giving them the full rest of the licensing term.
And what I like about it, it's the same as when it expires. So
Mhm.
hopefully we can get this resolved by then.
Right. Yeah, hopefully he won't need the whole time.
Mr. Francis, I have a question for you. Does this work for your schedule, meeting with us next month?
To be honest with you, not really. It's not the ideal situation to be in because I just have a lot on my plate, but I mean, I don't have a whole lot of options here, right? So I guess I'm gonna have to, be here next month to go over this.
Yeah.
And next month's meeting is October 12th.
Okay. I'm not quite sure if this would be appropriate, but is it possible to reach out to Shauna in regards to the samples that have already been submitted and have a discussion about those samples?
Well, you have been working with Commissioner Sepso, correct, as well?
Right. Yes, I did. Yep.
I don't have a problem with that. Just have to know that after today, I will be out of the office until October 4th.
Yeah, I think Linda Sepso's coming back when?
Today or tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, so Linda might be able to step in too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's before the 12th, but I probably won't look at it.
With, we have a motion on the floor. Are there any other questions? Okay, hearing no more, and we've heard from all the parties here. I'll call this motion to a vote. Ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes, okay, and that's passed. So, Mr. Francis, feel free to reach out to Commissioner Byron and Commissioner, since you've been working with Commissioner Sepso as well, and we'll try to get this all resolved for you here on the October meeting.
Yeah, I would suggest if you're going to reach out to Commissioner Sepso, you wait until probably next week. By the time she actually gets back and gets caught up with everything, I would say next week would be a good
Do I
time
have
to
an
reach out.
address for it, Brian?
I'm sorry?
An email address?
I can, it's Byron at omnipointrealty.com. I can always send it over to Linda. She could forward it to you. I could get your email information, whatever works.
Yeah, mine is sbarron@cromwellct.com.
That's easy enough. I can definitely email you after this.
All right, that would be great.
Thank you.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Francis.
You're welcome.
next on the agenda is the Connecticut Appraisal Law class. Commissioner Barron brought this forward here. I know we discussed it back, I believe, in June, but Shauna, the floor is yours.
Actually, it was, the commission just thought that we should have an idea, should have something in the law class about assessors. And so I sent some recommendations to everybody from, that were assessors and appraisers. And then some people thought it wouldn't be really part of the law class, but maybe a separate class.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
know
where I
I'm
thought we
one.
left.
Shauna, I'm one who think it's very, very important. And I think that this is just me personally speaking here. I think it would be an ideal thing for a 2-hour separate class, you know, minimum, or 2 or 3 hours. That's my take on it. And for a school to pick it up. But I think once this is me just personally talking here, open the door if the assessors, you know, for a portion within the law class, and we're trying to keep it just to the law, then you have maybe the mortgage brokers want a portion of the law class or other components. I think we might be better down the road just keeping it to the law and just the law, or the use patent law things. But I don't want to discount the importance of what you have here when I keep reviewing it here. I think it's one of those topics that could really benefit everyone, and I don't want to short shift it with just a 15-minute or a 20-minute portion of the law class. That's just my own personal opinion.
Well, there is such a need for assessors now. I don't know if you guys ever pay attention to what the job market's like, but there's about probably 10 assessors jobs open right today. So it would, I went from appraising into assessing. It's definitely a way to get into assessing. We need some qualified people on the assessing side.
Yeah. John and Norris, any thoughts? You know, I hear you, Shauna. You know, I'm just, you know, what
I
vehicle do
think
we
a
do?
separate class is fine. Somebody brought it up to me initially, so that's why I
Yep.
did that.
I think it's separate class. I know in the past, both my retired partner Miles and I have participated in different classes with the assessors, and I think it's a great idea. That I don't know if it's. Are you trying to say that it's something that we as the commission should put on, or are you saying that?
No, I don't think so at this point. Vicky reached out to me from the Appraisal Institute. Again, my schedule's pretty bad until January, but I was willing to help somebody do it if she wants to take that on.
Did you say Vicky or Jackie?
I'm sorry, Jackie.
Okay. Is Jackie Beauchaine on the
She's
panel?
on the call.
Could we unmute her, please? Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning.
Um,
I just sent in the chat that the chapter would be happy to work with Shauna on developing a program. Maybe there's a panel of assessors that we could all work together and put together a 2 to 3 hour CE program. Absolutely.
okay. Shauna, would that work on your end, do you think?
Yeah, no, I think that's the perfect spot.
Yep, okay. Good. Well, I thank you, or any school. I don't want any school. If there's any other school who is listening in on this call right now and you have interest, feel free to reach out to Shauna or whomever. I don't want to make this we're making on behalf of the commission exclusionary. We're looking, we have identified an issue, a concern, and we're trying to find a solution. So more the merrier. So if there's others who have it, I'm not trying to say that the commission is promoting only one school and one school only on this topic. So it's open to everyone. I want to make sure that's clear. Okay. All right. Shauna, is there anything else to be brought up on this topic before we move on?
All set.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. I know that we've got to look at Lisa's work here, but before that's all the old business. Any new business before the commission? on the 14th of September. Okay,
Jerry, the only thing I'm going to ask is if at our October meeting, if we can get another update of what's going on with the complaints, the status of that, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe put Debbie on the spot to try to.
Do you mean, John, but are you talking about compliance? Isn't that what Vicky had mentioned us, given that?
No,
schedule
not the
of 23rd?
compliances. No, the complaints from the public. I think we had over 25 the last time Linda reported to us that were in the works.
Okay.
And that was a few months back.
We can put something together, with Linda leaving, we can put something together as to where we are. That's fine. For the
Okay.
October meeting, yes, that's fine.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Also under new was there was sent to us the para-related status and regulations. This was proposed and enacted as of July the 11th of 2022. It's about, what, 8-10 pages? I know reading that yesterday, I found it quite interesting. But I do believe if you read closely through that, my fellow commissioners, that I think we have been smart to be patient on this because we are seeing an action, states enacting a component and then saying, hey, wait a minute, we got to put it on pause. We need to look at revisions and so forth. And although generally speaking, I think we all agree it is something trying to address this area. But my take was I thought we made the right decision here, to see how things are going to play out and so forth, and they are playing out. Others, I open the floor up to anybody else on the commission, and then we'll open it to the public, any comments or any different thoughts than what I just put forth. So the floor is open to the commissioners first.
This is John. Also with that, I agree that we're doing the right thing. We're just kind of, I've been following this. There's been a couple other things out there on this. There was a seminar that I think Vicky participated in too on fair housing also. And it's kind of tying into this because they're trying to tie the fair housing, everything's going on more in with Pyria too, to make sure to address this issues going forward. But also just in reference to our law module, I was also on the public hearing on Monday for the AQB. And one of the things that's interesting that seems to be evolving around some of this stuff with the fair housing issues, and I'm just going to use fair housing as a, because there's other issues there, but it seems to be evolving that they're starting to focus in on the competency provision and the use path. So I'm just throwing this out because it looks like they're going to be trying, there's not going to be no changes to use PAP until for another 2 years, but because it was extended. But I think our law module in those respects are okay, and I think we should just be patient because I think it's going to be worked out in use PAP. They're trying to figure it out. The sense was that I got it was going in that direction. Hope I made myself clear. But it really boils down to geocompetency, which is not defined yet. And I'm actually thinking about writing to them and saying, hey, you should define this because I think it would solve a lot of stuff. It's not just geocompetency in terms of race, but it's income, it's understanding your market area, it's understanding, and there was some just great comments, in this whole thing about actually putting pressure on AMCs to actually hire appraisers from the market area in which the property is in, who have the experience in that market area to resolve a lot of these issues. So I think what you said, just be patient because this Pyria thing is going to take a lot longer. They're all jumping on board. It's going to be a moneymaker. They think it's going to be a moneymaker. I think it's a good thing. It's definitely relieving the burden for us appraisers, independent appraisers out here and trying to train people and then spending all that time and money and then losing them to whatever. But I think it's going to be a while before it evolves, even when it rolls out with the temporary, I don't want to say temporary, but there's a couple of pilot programs, if you want to use that phrase. I think it's going to be a while before they actually work out their bugs and stuff like that. So I don't think we need to do anything. That's what I'm saying at all in regarding to pyrethrum right now at all as a commission. Thank you.
Any other comments from members of the commission? Any comments from members of the staff? Any comments or thoughts from the general public? Okay, I don't hear any, so I think that, you know, we're monitoring it. I think, thank you for forwarding this on here. I know it came out in July, but it was probably the more comprehensive document I've seen on this with the different positions, and we will continue to monitor.
Can I make one more comment, Jerry?
Certainly.
So I think, you know, even if a pyrethrum program comes up, the issue then is, are they being trained underneath the Connecticut licensed and certified appraiser? And if they're being trained at that point in time, if somebody goes through this pyrethrum program, submits a log to us and saying, hey, I did these underneath this program, these are my experience. And I think at that point, we can make a decision when it actually, if worst comes is say, you know, okay, then what are we going to implement? And by that time, I think a lot of the states will be unfolding and how they're going to be handling this. And it may be that these programs may evolve where the person coming out is, you know, it's like the CPA. They have all the experience, they have enough knowledge. They may not have the experience, they have a knowledge, they can go out and take the test. Our then question becomes experience. And but we don't know how these programs are going to evolve in terms of the goal of these programs is to give the appraiser the experience so they can hit the ground running. Can they hit the ground running going out and appraising on their own? Well, we're just going to have to wait and see. That's why I think we just need to wait. Thank you.
Okay, very good, John. Well, points well spoken here on that. Are there any other, we also received from the appraisal subcommittee from July 8th, that correspondence. I found that to be interesting reading as well. And, you know, attempting to, you know, take care of a number of issues here. So it's interesting times, what we're dealing with in the industry. And it's good to keep up on top of it. I think the next 12 months are going to be more of some of the more interesting structural changes within how things are being done on the regulatory side and trying to address issues that we've got forward. So it's going to be an interesting year ahead. That's just a personal observation. Any other new business to come before us? From the general public, are there any questions, concerns, or comments? Okay, hearing none. Therefore, because where I am is I have very limited access to the internet and so forth.
Jerry, Jackie had one question. Jackie, did your question get answered?
It did, thank you. I was just checking, I don't think Scott DiBiasio is on the call, so I just wanted to be able to report at our region meeting if there was any discussion, so it's on hold. Thank you. Regarding the PREA.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. That being the case, for Lisa's experience, have you folks received those? Norris, John, Shauna?
Yeah, I got them.
Okay. Do you have questions, or how would you want to proceed, Shauna? I'm blind right now because I have, where I'm at, I'm only allowed to do one of two things. One, you know, keep on the video chat thing here, or get totally off and then pull that down.
Is this Sabrina we're talking about?
No, this is Lisa's
Lisa.
Cadet's application, her sample review.
Basically, I didn't have a lot of time to go through these. I've been trying to do that during the meeting.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Lisa, can you give us a little background of your history? How long you been in the business? What property types are you looking at? Where do you cover?
I've been working full-time since last June. I cover, or I do single family, multifamily condos, generally in the like New Haven area, Fairfield County.
Okay, so when you say full-time, in June of 2021, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, if June of 2021, so you have approximately 16 months, is that, am I correct here, of experience, or did you have experience before then? I don't want to shortchange.
Yeah, I had some experience, but generally, I started in the June of 2021.
Okay. Shauna, you really haven't had time to look at these. John, you haven't had.
It's not her fault.
Exactly, that's correct.
So I have kind of reviewed these quickly. For the most part, they look pretty good without really diving into it. I do have a question of, you use $75 on the Shelton report and $30 on the North Haven report per square foot. How did you determine those?
Just match paired analysis from comps in the area.
How often do you do that?
For every report, but I also, look to my supervisor if I'm uncertain about something, since he has a good knowledge of the area. So if something doesn't, if it isn't immediately apparent, I might go to him.
Be a little cautious that you had only a 3% difference, in condition. Obviously, you're having a $75, it would be greatly affected there, more than some other place.
For which one, I'm sorry?
This is the Shelton one.
Let me just look through this.
See if I can find the address.
The Elderberry?
What's the Eldenberry? Sean, is the Eldenberry actually?
Yeah, Elderberry.
I see. Yeah, I mean, just looking at the condition of mine versus what I could see of the condition of that one, I thought that 3% was appropriate at the time. I also asked my supervisor, just what he thought, made sure that it seemed like a reasonable condition to me.
And then I guess my last comment would be on North Haven, 135 Shawmut. Be careful with land sizes when you have something that's a quarter of the size, that you don't make any land adjustment. It may not be large, but certainly there's a big difference between something that's 4 times bigger.
Okay.
And they look fairly well to me, so unfortunately, I haven't really had enough time to go and dig into it, but I'm okay with them.
Okay.
John or Norris, do you have any questions or thoughts?
Unfortunately, I don't have the reports to review because I'm having trouble with my email. Nothing seems to be coming through. But I trust what Shauna.
Yeah, I as well. Shauna, do you want to make a motion?
So I'll make the motion to approve.
Okay, we have Shauna with a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second it.
Norris has
second
a
it.
second. Time for comments, questions, or thoughts? Hearing none, I'm calling this to vote. Ayes,
Aye.
Aye.
and Shauna's got her hand up for the record to be noted. Okay, so you pass. Congratulations. Thank you for your patience with us this morning going forward here. So the next steps are for you to then, Linda, she'll reach out to you, or does this now go over to Debbie? Ladies, you tell me where it goes from here.
We will notify, one of us will notify, or PSI from our department will be notified that she's approved to sit for the exam. And I would say whenever you're ready to take the exam after beginning of next week, or after, you can contact PSI to schedule it.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Congratulations. Nothing but the best in your career. Just take another patience pill, we warn you, with PSI trying to find a slot, okay?
Of course.
Linda had brought that up earlier, and this is experience talking, what we're going through. So there's nothing much more that we can do. But as Linda said, it's going to probably be into next week before, you know, the gate opens, and then you can try to find a spot to go from there. Okay?
Right. Okay, thank you so much.
You're more than welcome.
Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, all right. That is everything that I see on the agenda here under new business. Is there anything else that needs to come before the commission that, you know, something has popped up? This is always the tough meeting in September. Although we did meet on special meetings in August to take care of the law component, but is there anything else that we need to get addressed, to get caught up or cleaned up or whatever?
Don't we have to pick Sabrina's samples so that she can submit them for next time from her log?
I did. I sent them to Linda.
Okay.
Shauna did that,
All right.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there nothing more to be? Well, that being said, you know, I'm not the most eloquent person, that's for sure, but Linda, we're gonna miss you.
And
There's
I
no
will miss
other
all of
ways.
you. I will
There's-
pop in at meetings here and there.
Okay, hopefully on the good side of things, we don't want any complaints on you, you know? And, but we wish you nothing but the very best. We thank you for your, you know, your dedicated service. I know I'm being redundant, but it's well deserved to be redundant for what you have done. So we thank you. And Debbie, you know what, we're welcome arms. We are quite a group. There's no doubt about it. But we care. We're glad that you're on with us here. And I was just writing down, you know, you'll become the 5th of in my tenure here to hold this position. So it's been quite a ride. I go back with Ed McMahon and Lorene and Tim Keefe and Linda. You followed Tim, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a long line, and I'm sure you're going to do great. We welcome you so much. And Shannon, we're very happy that, you know, it's the first one. I know nerves and butterflies get going, and we may have gotten a little, you know, bump in the road here this morning getting going, but welcome aboard. And it only gets wet. I was going to say it gets worse. It doesn't. It doesn't. But you got to have humor with us, and we thank you. Folks, I appreciate it. You know, for those going on vacation, enjoy. For those, good luck with court, John, and we will be talking. Thank you. A motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Second.
Second by Norris. Ayes.
Ayes.
Thank you, folks. Thank you to the general public. Thank you for everyone showing up. Have a good day and a good week and a good month. Thank you.
Bye,
Debbie,
guys.
Debbie, welcome. Debbie, on the next meeting, can you put on that we're going to nominate Linda to be the private member of the commission going forward?
I will. I got it right here.
So I heard you come from Peoples.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Yes.
Linda. Thank you.
Bye,
Did you
Linda.
work with Bob
Yeah,
Moore?
do we have your contact?
Yes, actually, he said to
Wow.
send his regards to you.
I just talked to him yesterday. We were able to catch up.
Yeah, he's great.
Great guy.
You know, he's like the go-to USPAP guy.
Yes. Yeah, he's on top of a lot of things. So
He absolutely is. He's
what I
very
admire about
knowledgeable.
Bob the most is his father was a tailor and owned a bunch of clothing stores in
I
Springfield.
know. I know.
Bob always dresses, it's impeccable.
Oh my
Even if
gosh.
he's going to rake the yard, it's like,
Yeah, he's impeccable, impeccable.
Yeah.
And well-rounded, well-read, and just
Yeah.
an all-around great human, you know?
yes, yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thank you. Good luck. And
Thank you.
thank you. You too. Bye, bye, guys. Bye,
Bye.
Shauna.
Have a good day. Bye.
Oh, just it, okay. All right, so that meeting was a little